Alright, usually in my videos, I talk about marketing, I talk about how to grow social media, especially if you're a small business, how to get started with social media, things like that. But I want to do a little bit of a different video today. So recently, I did a shoot for a client, and I filmed everything, edited, I sent it all to him. It's all in a folder. It's really easy. All I have to do is download it and post it. Like, pretty simple. And what had happened was he posted one photo, like pretty much the day after I sent it, and he hasn't posted anything since. It's been about 2 weeks. Now I know it's like not my fault, right? And I did all I could, but it does bother me because like when I do client shoots, I really, really want to help them grow their social media. Like that's what I genuinely care about. And so it hurts a little bit that like I don't even care that he's not using it. I care that like if he did use it, it could help him grow social media. That's what I really care about. But that's not the point of this video. So the point of this video is I want to talk about the importance of trying new things and not trying them for like 5 minutes. So this is a little bit different video. Usually I make out a script, I get all the points I want to get done, and so if you see my other videos, you see I'm kind of look like I'm reading something from the screen. It's because I got a script, and I do that so that I can provide the most value possible. But this one's different. This one's coming from straight noggin, so hopefully I do good. Anyways, so I've known this guy forever. This used to be my personal trainer back when I was like 12, and so I've known this dude forever. And he's kind of a stubborn guy, right? And so most business owners tend to be stubborn, so they either go from thing to thing constantly, they don't stick with anything, or they stick with one thing and they never, switch off or try anything new. And so I kind of had a feeling this would happen, so it wasn't too much of a surprise to me. But I did the shoot, gave him everything, and like I said, he has pretty much yet to post like 99% of it. And I think a lot of businesses fall into this trap, and so that's why I'm making this video. Social media it's like easy and simple, but people overcomplicate it. So especially when it comes to business, right? And a lot of times, most of the time to grow social media, you just need to post more than what you're doing. Most businesses don't even post multiple times a week. It's one a week at most, and sometimes that's it, right? And what people aren't doing enough of is they're not posting more consistently. You want to try to hit a post almost every single day. Just at least one post, something, right? And don't just copy. A lot of people have like templates of like flyers, and they just post that on the story like constantly. I've seen that a lot, and that also doesn't really work. You want new, fresh content coming in almost every day, and it doesn't even have to be amazing. It's just got to be something. And so when he did this, I realized, okay, this could be an opportunity to teach some people about why you shouldn't do that, right? When you're trying to do social media and you're trying to grow, the most important thing is most people don't know who you are. Most people have never seen your posts, and if they have, they've seen one, maybe two posts. But most people don't follow you or don't look deeper into the business until they see 4, 5, 6 posts from you. Like they need to see a lot of stuff from you in order for them to be interested or even want to dive deeper into your business or what you have to offer. You need a lot of social proof. And inconsistent posting or very few posting, things like that, just it brings your trustability and your reliability down. It makes people think, oh, can I trust this guy? He can't even post consistently, or at least a lot. A lot of times people will come to me and they say, I want to grow my social media, and they just want followers. They're not really looking at it as like how many more sales can I get. They're looking at it as how many more followers can I get, which is fine. You want to choose one or the other, but it's fine if you just want more followers. And the number one piece of advice that I give to like pretty much everybody is, well, the first thing I ask is how many times are you posting? A lot of times they're like, I post once, twice a week. And I'm like, okay, why can't you do that every day? Why can't you post more? Let me give some context. So I started, before my business, I owned a personal brand where I just did like lifestyle content. And I kind of did it as, I wanted to see like, okay, can I figure out the social media algorithm? Within 2 months, I was getting 1 million views a month. And people are like, that's pretty good. I'm like, it is. It could be better, but it's not bad for 2 months, starting basically fresh. And people ask me, okay, what did you do to get to that point? I posted 65 times a day. 65 times a day. I know, that's a lot. You want to post a lot more. The reason I was able to get so many views and was able to start getting traction pretty quickly was because I was posting so much. every single day on multiple accounts posting content. And I know it sounds absolutely insane. Like, that's a lot of content. That's a lot of work. Yeah, and business is a lot of work. Reaching out to clients, doing 100 cold DMs, 100 cold calls a day, that's also hard. And will probably take even more time. Unless you have a software, of course. But what I'm saying is things in business just take a lot of time. They take a lot more time than you think they do, especially when it comes to social media, because it's so saturated. Everybody and their moms has a social media, right? But the things that separate people who have a lot of followers on social media and people who just post for their friends is two things. It's consistency and it's quality. Ideally, you want to have both. You want to be able to post 5 times a day at top-notch quality. Now, for most people, that is really hard to get to. And so what I just recommend is just doing quantity, right? So just the sheer amount that you do, consistency. You want to do, for maximum efficiency, you want to be doing like 5 a day, right? But that's pretty unrealistic. At least just try to hit 1 a day. And I know what you're thinking, it's not going to be quality. It's not. There's a lot of things that stop you from doing it, but those are just thoughts. And you need to let those thoughts pass, and you need to do it anyways. You need to continue to do the things you know you need to do, even if your brain is telling you not to do them. I will give you an example of myself. I made content for a few days, and then I took a bit of a break. Holidays, yes, too, just because I really wasn't feeling it. I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the right headspace. And today I really wasn't. I didn't want to film this video, but I told myself I just got to get up and I just got to do it. And I did. And now that I'm doing it, honestly, I'm like, okay, why didn't I do this sooner? Like, I just stopped myself from doing it because of the thoughts that were in my head, even though like it didn't really matter. And I feel like a lot of people go through the same things. And so that's another reason why I'm making this video. But the main reason is when it comes to social media, just post more than you think you have to. There's a really amazing quote that I love by Alex Hormozy, if you know who that is. But the quote says, do so much volume that it would be unreasonable you wouldn't succeed. So just do so much work that you're good, like there's no chance you don't succeed. And this can be boiled down into each of your specific goals. So say your goal is I want to grow my social media. Just post so much that it's unreasonable that you wouldn't grow your social media. Like that's it. You can take that framework into a lot of things. If it's your business, if you're like I need more clients, well go reach out to so many people that it'll be unreasonable you don't get clients. And it's the same thing. But in this case, I want to specifically talk about social media. Most businesses who are trying to grow their social media stay small because they don't post enough. Now, there's 2 reasons why posting a lot is really important. First reason is because you get content out there. People see it, they like, they follow, they share, and all that stuff. So that's how you grow. But the second reason is in the beginning, you're going to suck. You're not going to know how to talk to a camera. You're not going to know pacing. You're not going to know a lot of things about content and social media. And you're going to suck. And you're going to be like, my voice sounds weird, or my clothes were off, or anything. The more you do it, the better you get at it. The more content you make, the better you're going to get. And this isn't just in making content. If you're really good at talking to a camera, you will also have better people skills. Because it's essentially the same thing. You're just having a conversation. One time there's a person there, one time it's just a screen in front of you, which is what I'm doing now. But a lot of times, like, the more you do, the better you get. And this never stops. I mean, this doesn't even just have to be content. It's just business in general. You get better at cold calling and cold DMing the more you do it. That's just what happens. If you're going to spend so much time doing it, you're like, okay, well, might as well learn how to do it right and do it good. And then you do. But anybody who's ever started anything amazing, they started off just not knowing what the hell they were doing and just doing it long enough to be like, okay, I kind of have an understanding now. You take Amazon. It started in his garage. He was just selling books. And now it's a conglomerate, right? It's all just the little things. And everyone just started by just doing. And so that's the biggest advice I can give for content. It's just doing. Literally just grab your phone, put it in front of you, out arm's reach, and talk. If you own the business, talk about your business. Talk about you. Talk about literally relatable content. If you've watched one of my other videos, I said you want to be relatable. People like relatability. They trust it more. And so also partially making this video is me taking my own advice and saying, let me make some relatable content that people may understand, that they don't want to film videos or they have videos and they don't think they look good. Just post them anyways. You'd be surprised that sometimes I think a video like, oh my God, this video is going to suck. And then I post it, I'm like, oh wow, that did like way better than I thought it would. And you would have never known that if you didn't post it. And you just gotta, like, the biggest advice I can give with social media is just post more. That's all it is. And it doesn't even need to be amazing content. Trust me, the better it is, the more views you're gonna get. That's kind of like a correlation there. But if you don't have the budget, you don't have the time, if you don't have anything, in the morning, while you're walking or in the gym, whatever, grab your phone, put it out in front of you, and talk. Talk about your business. Talk about how you can help people. Talk about the things you love. For me, I love growing business social media, and so I talk about growing business social media. And not even just in my videos, but I talk about it like everywhere. Like, that's just what I love. And I just love helping people, especially when it comes to business. And if you have a passion for anything, if you own a business and it's your passion, which 99.9% of the time it is, just talk about it. Talk about it in videos. People will sense the honesty, they'll sense it from you, and they'll just be so much more inclined to follow and potentially buy what you're selling. So my best advice to you is just make more content. Honestly, that's gonna be the title of this video. Make more content.